We got the media team in here. We're the media
We're the
team.
media team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
Spin the block.
Man, I'll take a nap, wake up, all hell done broke loose.
Yeah. Oh, hell is broken loose.
Water Loken did an interview. Well, I guess he had one of them niggas in there with a phone call him, or he called them, and he put the content. He ain't do nothing wrong. Every Mexican blog, Wack 100 trying to start a race ride, leaks phone call. First of all, that ain't me, that's Spider-Loke. Second of all, they keep DMing me saying he wasn't a Southsider. Hey, listen, bro. Didn't nobody identify what is North, Norteño, Sureño, Paisa, motherfucking whatever. It don't matter. If it's a Mexican, it's a Mexican. Like Tory from Canada. This is the facts. If it was been an Asian, a Samoan, a black, they ain't have to say a black Crip or a black blood or a black Christian or a black Muslim. I don't get what y'all saying. Since when did what's going on one of them type of yards steamroll to the streets? There's some people that's gonna be concerned about him that know him personally. I'm one of them. Yeah, cool, but you like, yo, on some real shit. It used to be funny. It ain't even funny no more. To where you hear Spider-Loke. He like, damn, cuz. All that. And you that up in the head, I'm starting to think you just like, we gotta say it's Wack to get some traction. We gotta say it's him for it to make sense. I'm starting to get to that point because it's like, god damn, ain't no way y'all listening to this conversation when Spider-Loke did or said nothing wrong. The individual on the phone didn't do or say nothing wrong. This is information I got earlier from one of my homeboys that's on the yard. He ain't said nothing wrong. He just got it on the phone. Now, why dude got on that phone? Well, he probably didn't know Spider-Loke was going to record him or put him out live because he know when that prison hear that call, one of them guards recognize that voice. Your phone is out of here. I was kind of, on Spider-Loke's side, he might should have kind of, left that one alone. But whatever, shit, he put it out. But goddamn it, give the credit where credit's due, man. Like every other day R&B, you saw anything come up, come out, Wack 100, Wack 100. Listen, I got a very distinctive voice. I'm going to say and do whatever I'm going to say and do. But damn, man, give them people their little credit, man. And it don't matter what gang are from, or if he's a dropout or not a dropout. We simply said when people say, what happened to Tory? He got stabbed. Who stabbed him? A Mexican. That's it. That's the facts. We don't know what kind of Mexican, where he was from. We don't even care. That's what it is. Whatever them people gonna do, whatever the politics are on that yard or whatever that's going on, then they gonna do what they gonna do. You ain't heard me speak about what they're gonna do. I don't know what they gonna do. I don't even know what it was over. We just know Tory Lanez was a victim and it was a Mexican individual, regardless of who he is or what he is. If he's a midget, if he's 6 feet tall, if he's a gang member, if he's not, if he's a dropout, whatever, we don't know. We just identifying the race of the individual. We talking about a prison attack. And that's it. Those are the facts.
What facility is he at, Wack?
Goddamn, cause that on the 58 over there. Goddamn,
he out there in Tehachapi, ain't he?
In Tehachapi, yeah, in Tehachapi. He off the 58 over there.
So what's his status? Is he okay?
Yeah, last I knew, he was all right. I ain't heard from him directly, but shit, he was breathing on his own and shit.
Yeah, I
He's
think.
still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive. Hey, we was talking about earlier. Wack, can you explain to them? Because a lot of us are saying we don't know, like you know what I'm saying, but about flipping the yard, like when they come, because
So this is
a
what
lot of
they doing. Like you'll have a mainline yard, which means it's a general population yard. You got these are large. You got general population yard, which is these the people who supposed to be in good standards when it comes to prison politics. Then you got a 50-50 yard, which is half people that's in good standings and half PC roll up. Then you got your sensitive need yards where the whole yard is just PC, whether it's pedophiles, rats, whatever. This whole yard is PC, sensitive need yards. So what they starting to do, because I told y'all years ago, now it's like 3 out of the 5 prison yards is PC or sensitive needs. So now it's like, we ain't got nowhere else to put these. In my day, a PC or just went to the hole. They didn't dominate no yards. It's like 1,000, 1,200 per prison yard if they occupying the gym or not, right? Depending on what prison it is. So PCs just went to PC. You went to the hole. Now, it's more PCs than general population. So what they'll do is they'll say, all right, we got this prison. I'm just going to throw a name out there. We got Folsom. All right. We got Folsom Prison, and this is all PC yard. We finna send a bus. We're going to put 400 on this bus because we don't got room to put all these PCs that's sitting in reception center waiting to come to a yard. So what we're going to do, we're going to take 400 of these 1,000 on this Folsom PC, 50-50 yard or PC yard, and we're going to send them down here to Tehachapi, and we're going to take 400 of them as general population, put them on the bus, right, to make room for these 400 we finna drop on here that's PC. Now you got then took a general population yard, if this what it was, and you didn't made it 50-50 yard. Half dropout, half good. Which to some people now, they're gonna say it's all a dropout yard. They saying now, if you're good, you're supposed to assault the PC dudes and get sent to the hole to wait to go to GP yard. Now here go the thing. Ain't finna be no more GP yards. Every yard gonna be 50-50 or SNY. That's what it's gonna be. So that's what it is. This is a yard to where 50% of the people is GP, like Tory Lanez, with general population. They send him there. And then 50% is PC dropouts. Now the thing now is so many PC dropouts, they didn't create their own gang. They got a gang called the 2-5ers. Black, white, Mexican, Crip, blood, north, south, don't matter. And they taking off on. It's simple. You got a bunch of killers been in there that maybe he did something and they PC'd him up. It's easy to PC, and you put 21 niggas, stab him up, they get him off the yard and say he PC'd up. So now right here, they've been stabbing niggas for 20 years. Y'all done PC'd him up because he got a drug debt. You done sent a bunch of niggas at him. Okay, he ain't got no choice. Now this nigga right here that became Shaka Zulu. He done took a tribe of these gangsters that then got attacked by a dozen people and said, we're gonna keep doing what we knew how to do, and we coming together. I got the Mexicans, the whites, the blacks, the Crips, the Bloods, the Bay Area, whoever, we together now. And any nigga we catch, the general population, we stabbing their ass up. This is what's going on in prison. So they put 400 dudes on this yard. Ain't no telling. Whoever this dude is could have came down from another joint with instructions. It could have been a stare off. It could have been, I don't know, they don't know why he did it. Nobody spoke on why he did it. He was slipping, he was by himself, he got comfortable. So
Yeah.
that's what it is. So
It said it's supposed to close in March, but they moved it to the official closing and everybody being out by November. So
what's supposed to close in March?
The Chuckawalla Valley State Prison.
Chuckawalla. I did time at Chuckawalla. That's in Blythe. That's at the California-Arizona border. Remember I told y'all I got bit by a spider and tasted vinegar for 2 weeks? That's down there. That's Chuckawalla, and you got Ironwood. They side by side. Chuckawalla's closing.
It's supposed to have closed already in March, but they said to move the prisoners, I guess for space, they moved it to November, but they are moving them out of there. The official close, everybody will be out by November. So do you think
but Chuckawalla ain't got nothing to do with that. Prison got to do with where Tory at.
No, I'm saying, do you think they took some of them over there?
I don't know where they bought from. You know how many penitentiaries we got in the state of California?
Oh, I just looked up because
every penitentiary got a second penitentiary to it. Shit, we should be Folsom now is Folsom and New Folsom. Soledad is New Soledad. We got it. I believe we got more penitentiaries in the state of California than we got schools.
Yeah,
it's a fact.
Somebody
said
here that they was closing a lot of prisons, right? So I just went to check it. This the only one that I found for 2025 was the Chuckawalla Valley State Prison is closing. It was supposed to have been closed all the way down. Everybody moved out by March, but they're saying everybody moved out by November now.
Yeah, I mean that one ain't got nothing to do with the other. I don't know where they come from. We got 35 state prisons. Department of Correction, Rehab, CDR for 34 prisons. At least the state also 44 state camps. And there was 390 youth facilities, but that ain't there. They've been shutting them down. So we got a bunch of, them shutting down. I don't know where them come from. Shit, they can come from anywhere. They just flipped Lancaster. I know that because Jay Hood just hit me and they told him, pack your shit up, you going Calipatra. So they just pack your shit up, you out. Yeah, Calipatra, yeah, they just straight up. So they just straight up in Lancaster State Prison on the 4 yard. They came and told him, well, y'all been watching on this thing, pack you out. Prison bus going to Calipat. They probably took Calipat and sent them somewhere else. So, it ain't no telling where they come from.
Like, are they really trying to open Alcatraz again?
I get what you
I mean, that's Trump talking about.
Yeah, because I thought it was close. It was like
that shit was actually 10 years from now. That's Trump talking. Just talking about to put the world's worst prisoners.
So I get what you're saying, Wack. So you saying, guess what? The prison ain't even got to be closed. So when they flip yards and they move people, they just grab, like you said, 100, 400 from any prison and move them to another place.
Move them straight there. So what they just rotating. That's all they doing. They making room. You got 2,000 sitting in reception. They've been sitting there. They got to try to get to a prison. They're like, okay, we got to get these out to start their time. Okay, we're going to send 100 of them here, 100 of them there, 100 of them here, 100 of them there. They take them 100 that been on them yards already, put this on the bus. Now they done made bed space to move the reception. Why you got to move the reception? Because it's telling you getting sentenced to the state penitentiary in the county. So now you got to sit in the county a year, 2 years to go to the penitentiary. So they got to go to the reception. They can't move to the reception because it ain't no bed space. So now they got to make bed space and put these on the yard. So we're going to take the bin on the yard, put these on the bus, and we're going to just distribute these throughout how we got to do it. They playing musical chairs. That's all they doing.
So this could be just a literal, like, crash out, like a nobody just trying to do something.
Could be. You never know what it is. It could be following orders. It could be a crash out. It could have been high. Yo, man, I didn't have fights. A fight will start off of a look. I don't think y'all get it. You could be looking, yo, what's up, homie? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's on. That quick. That's it. That quick. Ain't got to be, you know what I'm saying? I done caught at least, I'd probably done caught, through my time, I done probably caught an extra 3 years of extra time on top of time I would just had to do. At least 9 months to a year of it was from a look. Straight up. Off look.
So you think they don't know who he was?
It ain't no way you don't nobody give up. What that mean? You in prison. Who you are, what that mean? That's supposed to mean something?
Yeah, you all in the same space. Everybody equal.
That's crazy. Okay, so my other question is...
Don't nobody give about who nobody is. Nobody give about none of that. That ain't how that work. That's just prison mentality. That's why that day when that shit happened with Michael Jordan, I didn't give about none of that. Give about who know. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody give that nigga. You know who you are? You a man. That's it. You the problem. That's how that mentality works. Don't nobody give about that. Once your mind is clicking like that, just clicking like that. This is why I do everything possible to keep my mind from clicking like that. Because once that click is out, that's it. If I can stay in that space where I'm focused and I'm cool, when them get that shit at no jumper, you're not getting me to click, guy. When I bag up, see, if it's forward progress, it ain't gonna stop. Once I bag up, that's it. I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and this is why I move with the same team. My team is gonna read me, and I gotta be responsible for my team. I would engage in that shit, they gonna engage. When I bagged up, you know what they told them? This ain't what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, when another one, that's what they doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't fault. Well, I don't. I can't fault their team for moving how they. Me personally, my team they gonna try to diffuse it if they think it's some shit I ain't supposed to be doing, cause they now one of us scared of one another. But you know, this is why I tell ladies all the time, know who you dealing with, know who you getting with. When you out at your Walmarts and driving down the street, stop talking shit to people, man. You don't know who you dealing with, man. You get it to glitch out on your ass.
Hey.
Yep, you sure will.
Hey.
My daddy told us at the age of 5,
Yeah.
don't you ever run up in no man's face, don't even talk to him.
You don't know who you dealing with. Y'all think you know who you dealing with. Be dealing with it and been through something that who ain't all the way right. Ain't all the way sane.
Yeah. Hey, don't ever.
I don't even argue with y'all. I'll whoop your ass, okay?
He gonna get away from me. He ain't gonna pay you no mind, but you get it. I tell people that you don't know who you dealing with, man. You know, y'all see these people just did 35 years, 40 years, and when I see them people, I know them people up and don't even know it. Long as they can stay in their own humble little lane, they cool. But you put them people in a situation where they finally glitch out, and you ain't gonna be able to stop it.
That's a fact. I've been there before. So, far as when he get out the hospital, he definitely moving, right? He not going back to the same place.
Well, it's easier. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Depending on, I don't know who the individual is that did it. And if they know, well, I'm pretty sure they know by now. They on one of them yards. So, depending on who that individual is, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's easier to get rid of one than a group of people. And then we still yet to see how the black population is going to react. They're on lockdown right now.
So is it who decides if you go PC or not? Do you request it, or they look at your status?
In his situation, he's
He's high
he's a
profile because
celebrity.
he's celebrity. Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't send his ass to CMC anyway. They playing anyway with him. You know what I'm saying? Because most of them celebrities and shit, they go to like CMC and shit like that. You know what I mean? But in this situation, let's say this is a Mexican from somewhere. Let's just say whatever, he's from somewhere. It's easier to remove Tory than remove all of them. Because if you bring Tory back, it's a chance it still might be carried out. It's still a chance if he go to another facility. Because word could get there if it's about something. I don't know what it's about. Maybe it's just with some personal. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Who called you, Wack? His pops called you?
No, hell no, his pops ain't called me. His right hand called me. He called me first. I didn't say nothing, and I waited until the homie on the yard called in. You know, we got some homies on the yard. That's right there. That's the same way I dealt with when all that Kendrick shit was going on, because it's a homie that's on the yard. You know what I'm saying? I can call in and what's happening, and we figured out how we figured it out. You know what I'm saying? So, so we've yet to see the reaction of the yard. They let that yard loose, get off, they're going to slam that down again. And then Tory definitely for sure ain't coming back. They for sure ain't taking him back there at that point in time. So Tory finna be in for a rough ride. He gone for sure. It's a good chance he going from the hospital, straight to the hole. For sure gonna go straight to the hole or somewhere to hold him where they gonna transfer him. Unless he get lucky, they just sit him to another yard, but it's still too close, so you know.
All right.
Because those are all out there together, huh? Tehachapi, Wasco, Delano, they all in the same vicinity? Kern County?
Nah, well, that's Kern County. Yeah, Delano is Tehachapi on the 58. Delano, Wasco off to 99 before Delano. And Delano probably about 30 minutes north of Wasco. So, you never know. You never know what they gonna do. I think I'm gonna be real. The best thing for them to do is send him back down for his appeal. If I was in the state, I'd be like, this nigga up for his appeal, send this nigga back to the county jail, put his ass up there high power where he come from, and let him go to court. Hopefully let this nigga go. But at least it buy us a couple months for us to figure out what we gonna do with him. Straight up. That would be my move.
I agree with you. I think they playing games. Why is he out there with general population?
Well, he been GP. I mean, ain't shit. Shit. He ain't the only. Rick James was GP. Suge Knight was GP. Shit, decide to go. I want to go general population. That's where they gonna put him. They can't force you to go PC. You know what I'm saying? So shit. But you just subject to the same shit.
So he get his appeal. He win it. What is the consequences for putting a false police report that leads?
Well, that's then Tory gonna come at him civilly, I'm sure. And that's a lot of money. Tory been sued them people for $1 billion. After this shit, pain and suffering, and I wouldn't have been there, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I go to sleep and wake up, my name on the blogs everywhere. I'm like a recording. I'm like, shit, I ain't putting no recordings out. Listen to this Spider Loaf. I think they I don't know. I'm starting to believe they just use my name because they get more of a boost or something.
Yeah, they get more traction with using your name.
Ain't no way they didn't know that was Spider Loaf. Ain't no way they didn't know that wasn't Spider Loaf. No way. I don't even like that. I ain't gonna take his little credit. That's him. That's your work.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing with like the YNW Melly. Like he already got a hung jury. So if he get a 9 guilty, and by this time it's gonna be over 7 years y'all had this man in here. He ain't been able to make a phone call or have a visitation in 3 years. Like, what's the reparations for that?
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.
What up, YouTube? It's Clubhouse TV back with another one. Y'all heard the content, man. Today, diving into Wack 100's reaction into some wild news. Tory Lanez reportedly got stabbed 14 times in prison by a Mexican inmate. Now, Wack didn't hold back at all, so let's go ahead and break this down. Now, Wack hits Clubhouse after hearing the reports and immediately questions how Tory even let it get that far. Now, it could have been walking away, running away, don't know what happened, don't know what the politics are, but we don't know what happened yet. As soon as we find out, I'm sure we'll let you know. But Wack did highlight how Tory been moving since the sentencing. And, Tory been running with the Crips and all that. And he also points out maybe Tory should have been in protective custody or in a high-profile unit from day one. Now, you already know the politics in California prisons goes deep. If you ain't affiliated or if you ain't got protection, you just food in there, especially when race politics are involved. And now they're saying that Tory was by himself and he got a little too comfortable. Now, maybe Tory disrespected someone unknowingly or just became a target because he's high profile with no real backup inside. But it should be a wake-up call to all these artists out here living reckless. Now, y'all think this clout game is all right. Y'all think courtrooms are content until y'all end up in a cage with real wolves. Tory's lucky he's still breathing. So, y'all got Wack 100's raw and real take on Tory Lanez getting stabbed up in prison. Let me know what you think about the content in the comments. Was Tory set up to fail? Should he have been in PC? Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're always notified when I drop new content. Subscribe to the media team so you get that exclusive Wack 100 content. Any questions, suggestions, need me to advertise for you on my channel with over 40,000 subscribers? Just get at me on IG and I'll get right back to you. As always, I certainly appreciate y'all checking out Clubhouse TV. I'm off to the next one, y'all. I'm out. Peace.